Hey everybody, going to do a video series on taking apart and reassembling this BMW 1964 R69S motor. It came in for Slinger service, only showing 12,000 miles or so on the odometer, but hard to say if that's accurate, and it's been around for 60 years, so we're going to have to take a look inside and see how that goes. So follow along and we'll get started. So we're going to start on the front of the motor. We're going to remove the magneto, coil, and the points plate. I'm going to start by removing the advance unit on the front. Just undo the one bolt that holds that on, and it will thread out all the way. It's a long bolt, so it'll take a minute to come out. There's that. Then you can pull the advance off, just wiggle it off there. Next thing we can remove is the entire points plate and coil assembly. Two 10mm nuts and washers is what holds that on. And you can pull that assembly off. Try not to drop these washers. Next thing we can do is pull the rotor for the magneto, and for that you'll need a special tool. It's about as simple as it gets. It's a long bolt that threads in there. The ends of the threads have been taken off, and it will pull that rotor off of there. So thread that all the way in. And I think that's a 13. I think that's, yeah, 13mm. And for a lot of these operations, I'll be using this block of wood. You just slide it between the rod and the case, like this, and it just blocks the engine from turning. And once you get that puller bolt on there, just tighten it down until the magneto rotor pops off. Okay, the next thing we're going to remove is the generator. I will start by removing the bolt here that holds it. And this is an R69S motor. So these bikes came with a crankshaft balancer on the front, and this is a part of that. They weren't the greatest system, and they would come apart sometimes, but this plate is just one part of it. The rest isn't installed. Someone's taken it off. And but if your bike's an R50 or an R60, it won't have this this component. So once we've got that off, we can take off the generator body, and it's just held on by these two bolts. then the body will come off. If you just give it a couple of light taps, it'll pull right off. So there's the generator assembly. Next thing we'll want to remove is the generator rotor. We're going to use the same tool that we pulled the magneto rotor. Again, thread it into the rotor all the way. And then as you tighten that down, it should pull that generator rotor right off. And that's it for pulling the engine electrics off the front of the bike.